have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty, I clean where I relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I weeds. Shorty, I a clean pair of heels. I say, yeah, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a master guess who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah,
Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. This is yours truly, Franco. We'll be linking up with Flavors in a few minutes. Yes, he's making some tea or breakfast. Whatever the good stuff that he's cooking up down there, I know that right here I'm having my favorite drink this morning. But we'll tell you more about it later on because we have a lot to talk about.
Fall in love. Just so long love will last. No, you keep on hoping it all works out for the best. This morning I woke up too fast. My love was gone with no goodbye. I sat there wondering where I went wrong. Then I cried. Bring back the sunshine. And I'm getting tired of all this rain all the time coming down. Bring back the sunshine. Bring back the days when you were mine, oh mine. Surely mine. Once I found me a special girl. She made the clouds all disappear. But I took her loving for granted. Now here comes the tears. Here comes the tears. Bring back the sunshine. I'm getting tired of all this rain all the time coming down. Bring back the sunshine. Bring back the days when you were mine, oh mine. fall in love. Just so long love would last. No, you keep on hoping it all works out for the best. This morning I woke up too fast. My love was gone with no goodbye. No, I sat there wondering where I went wrong. Did I cry? Bring back the sunshine. I'm getting tired of all this rain all the time coming down. Bring back the sun.
Patrick Billings, bring back the sunshine. A lot of sun is shining right here in Miami.
Oh.
I don't know about the rest of the place. So we have Flavius on the line. What's going on in Jamaica? What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Morning, Franco. Morning, listeners.
Morning, sir. Go ahead.
We do have to bring back the sunshine. Sunshine is here.
Yeah, I know. So I know that Jamaica supposed to officially open up today.
Today's what date?
Today is what, the 15th? Yeah.
Yes, fully opened up. Flights can come in and all that now, yes.
So what about the
don't
testing?
know.
What about the testing?
Well, they conceded that they would test everybody coming in.
Okay.
That's the last thing I heard.
So that's a plus right there.
Last thing I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yes, folks. Want to say a big good morning and a big opening up to Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean. I think the rest of the Caribbean is also opening up today too.
Okay.
All we say is that follow the protocol and be safe. We got to be safe. We can't go out there and gallivant and say, oh, COVID came and went. It's not gone yet. But we know we have to work. Things have to be done, but we have to do it with care. That's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say morning to Charlestown, the Charlestown Maroons, having their virtual choir day next Tuesday. All day, 9 to 3.
Big things are going on.
Yeah, man, that should be good. We're having a panel discussion, different speakers, of course, the world famous drummers and so it's good to it's something that you can tune into. And the great thing is that you do not have to leave your home. YouTube, Facebook, that's where we are at. Presenters will be using the now famous video conferencing platform, Zoom. So we are actively preparing for next Tuesday. So that is something to look forward to, and hope that all of you can and see what the Maroons have to offer this year. Normally a 4-day conference and festival. Put a spokes in the wheel, but Kwao, the ancestors need to be celebrated, no matter what. So that is the thing, that is the thing. So we'll be celebrating the leader of the ancestor, Captain Kwao, Invisible Hunter, next Tuesday, 23rd of June. In fact, the Maroons celebrate the 23rd of June every year. That was the day that Kwao signed the British after beating them to submission. Yeah, Franco, so what's happening on your side?
Well, the only thing that I can tell you, because I'm not really following up the news as I should, I know that
As you,
the the
as
the
you
the,
used to.
the virus increase in a lot of states. I am not certain if it's 20 or 27, but
After
I
the
know it's a lot.
yeah, after opening up, yeah, yeah, that will happen. That will happen because you see, people just feel it's a relief. It's like you're at jail. So you want to hug everybody and shake everybody's hand and
Well,
be close to them.
I guess this have a lot to do with some of the protesting, So it
Yeah.
seems
Oh
like the
yeah.
protesters help spikes the numbers a little bit, or maybe a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Because everybody wants to be close. Yeah, when they're protesting. Yeah. No time to experience social distancing.
But you mentioned something earlier that people don't get too relaxed because COVID is still around, it don't gone yet. And that's the
No.
norm that I have been seeing out on the street.
Yeah.
The only time you see people wear their protection is when you go inside the stores
Yeah.
because they allow you to wear your face mask. But other
Yeah.
than that, people just moving around like, hey, it's a normal day, everything cozy. Can't complain still with them because some people, they really want to get back because they have to make a earning so that they can pay
Yeah.
their bills. From what I'm
Oh yeah.
told, a friend of mine in California told me that there was some eviction going on for the last couple.
Eviction.
Yes,
Mm.
landlords are fighting with
Okay.
tenants for their
No,
rent.
no, no rent. Yeah, no
Yeah.
rent.
And these people are people who are out of jobs because the industry that they work in get hit hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And some companies will not come back.
Oh yeah, a lot of companies not coming
That,
back.
that's the sad part about it. I remember I used to do business with a company in California. In fact, more than one company. When they had the last big earthquake that they had, really, really big one, and they never came back. Earthquake destroyed every single thing, and then they never came back in business. Just could not manage it.
Well, that's what's going on now because
Yeah.
I was reading like Thursday in the paper. Oh, the mall pretty much close by me, which is Southland Mall, formerly known
Yeah.
as Cutleridge Mall,
Okay.
filed for bankruptcy.
Uh-oh.
Well, actually, the owner filed for bankruptcy, but the mall is now under foreclosure.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, you have some well prime stores inside there, like Macy's, J.C. Penney, Champs, Foot Locker,
Okay. Those are
and then
big
like
guys. Yeah.
McDonald's, Cajun, a lot of food stores in the food court, well-known names.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna follow it up because I don't know if it's going to affect those stores. If
Yeah.
if because of them filing on the bank have them in foreclosure, if that going let them close or the bank going take it over
Hmm.
for the time being because some big names inside here. So it's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And of course the politics is revving up, protesters are still in the streets. So
Hmm.
everything is tense right now in going into the summer. Well, we're in the summer already, so everything is tense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no festivity because there's no festivity can happen. I know there was something on TV, not TV, on streaming live Sunday night. Sunday night,
Okay.
something was streaming with Friends for Jamaica, doing like a virtual concert. You heard anything
Okay.
about it?
Nope.
Well, anyone listening right now who can give us some information, drop me a line if you're in the chat room. Just let me know what went down because it was a charity concert. Jamaica,
Okay.
yeah, it was a charity concert. I think by signing up for the streaming, that was part of it too. $10 to sign up
Okay.
for the streaming. And it was well sponsored by some big names like VP was behind it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But before you go into Did You Know? Make we lick some music before you get down to Did You Know? And
Okay. Did you get my did you know stuff?
oh, come on, man! If I said to you before you go into Did You Know? Let me play some music. What kind of question that? All right. So we just hit some music and then we come back into your Did You Know?
Okay, yeah, man, definitely.
Clean hands and clean heart. I used to see the face of the master. Wanna remember. Hear me now. Culture that one more time. Me say them heart no clean. Them bad mind. It easy if you know, cause there is always a sign. But life a fig one round them. It a fig one, my friend. Them heart no clean. Them bad mind, it easy if you know, cause there is always a sign. But life a fig one round them, it a fig one, my friend. Just be careful when you're touching on the street, because the vultures them hungry and a look meat for eat. Be careful when you're rolling on the street, because the shot of them not even a pure shot of beat. And them a get casket and breathe. But me a big master, God no give them no chance to eat. Cause the youth them off for school, and mama off for eat. And the mission when me dip and round and not complete. Them heart no clean, them bad mind. It easy if you know, cause there is always a sign. But life a fig one round them, it a fig one, my friend. Them heart no clean, them bad mind. It easy if you know, cause there is always a sign. But life a fig one round them. Hey, well me say Bonnie and Bobo them a brother. Hey, Bonnie work hard but
Life of Guan from the artist Culture Dark. Flavius,
Yeah, I'm here,
take it
man. I'm
away
here.
whenever you're ready, man. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Oh, good morning again, listeners. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for joining us. You know, Did You Know feature. And every morning we'll try and tell you something new, something you might have known or you don't know, you know. But we're just exploring, we're traveling through the Caribbean. We're traveling through the Caribbean. Listen, listeners.
But life a fig one round them, it a fig one, my friend.
Yes. Culture Doc. Okay, folks. Okay. We know the Caribbean is a very beautiful place. In fact, early on, we gave you a few beauty spots, you know, nice places you can go. But the entire Caribbean, the people, and you know, we are into beauty. We are into nice places, into that. And in that light, the Caribbean, all the Caribbean islands, many things in common, but we're going to speak about all islands have a very nice and beautiful botanical gardens all over, you know. Every island you can think of would have one or probably many botanical gardens. Today, we will try and get to all of them in time, one by one, you know, little by little, two by two, and tell you what they are and what they are famous for. This morning, we're going to look at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Botanical Gardens, located in Kingstown, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, St. Vincent, on the island of St. Vincent. It is one of the oldest in the Western Hemisphere. Preceded by Key Gardens in London, Bartram's Garden in Philadelphia, and perhaps the oldest in the tropical world. This is definitely the oldest one in the Caribbean. The oldest one in the Caribbean. Conservation of rare species. Franco? 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 Franco just seems to be there. Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, the background is a bit high.
Okay.
Repeating. Conservation of rare species of plants has been practiced here since 1765. That's how old this garden is, from 1765. The Nicholas Wildlife Aviary Complex, located within the garden, also maintains a captive breeding program to conserve the vulnerability of the St. Vincent Amazon. The St. Vincent Amazon is also known as the St. Vincent's parrot, and we'll speak a little about that later. The magnificent botanical gardens offer an attractive, alluring, and peaceful retreat, and are currently one of the most visited sites in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a venue for wedding, photographing, family celebration, studying, and other special events, and fostering a sense of public ownership and increased appreciation of the gardens. Historic and cultural significance. An historic landmark of major national, regional, and global significance. The gardens occupies approximately 20 acres, 81,000 meters squared, about 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers out of capital Kingstown along the Leeward Highway. The Nicholas Wildlife Aviary Complex, located within the garden, maintains a captive breeding program to conserve the vulnerability of the parrot, St. Vincent parrot. Amazonal guiding. The national bird, that's the national bird of St. Vincent. If you look at the screen, you will see some photos of this bird. Many colors. These parrots can be found in the wild and also at the gardens. Okay. So following the peace of France, the peace of Paris in 1763, the newly appointed governor of the southern British Caribbean islands, Robert Melvin, and the military sergeant in St. Vincent, George Young, decided to create a botanical garden primarily to provide medicinal plants for the military and improve the life and economy of the colony. In the early 18th century, great emphasis has been laid on introducing valuable and commercial plants from the East Indies to key gardens in England, to be sent later to the Americas tropics. The Royal Society fostered the introduction, establishing, and dissemination of highly prized species. So that's when the garden was created, and it's there now in its splendor. Very, very nice place to go. Lots of different plants and trees, and of course birds, including the parrot. Okay, let's say a little bit about the St. Vincent's Amazona guidance, also known as St. Vincent parrot, is a large, approximately 40 centimeters long, multicolored Amazon parrot with a yellowish white, blue, and green head, greenish bronze upper parts, and violet blue-green wings. So you hear the amount of colors. I mean, it's color, very, very colorful. The bird is 40 centimeters inch long, mostly green, multicolored, with a yellowish white, blue, green head, greenish bronze upper part, gray feet, reddish eye, and violet blue-green wings. Its tail feathers are blue with broad yellow tips. There is a less yellow-brown morph and less common green morph. It has gray feet, reddish eye. Both sexes are similar. The young has lighter plumage and brown ins. The St. Vincent Amazon, the St. Vincent parrot, is endemic to the heavily forested mountains of the Caribbean island of St. Vincent in the Lesser Antilles. Its diet consists of mainly of fruits, flowers, and seeds. The family usually lays 1 or 2 eggs. Right now, St. Vincent is working very hard to keep the population of their parrot intact. Because I know from time to time, birds and animals get extinct. So they are working very hard to keep it so we can go there and feast our eyes on it. So thank you, folks. That's it for this morning. The Botanical Gardens of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and one of its occupants, the St. Vincent Amazon parrot.
So in case you never know, now you know. Did you know? Yeah, go straight to Teddy now. Sir. Teddy? You all right? Yeah, you have good flavors? Yes. We have with us none other than the man himself, Thaddeus Teddy Laidley. with us with the really current news going on in Jamaica. How you doing, Teddy?
Well, there's a beautiful sunshine here in Jamaica. 96 degrees in the shade, well hot.
No matter for me, no matter for me.
You know, overcast a couple of days. Yeah, a bit overcast, but not much rain. So we need the rain to fill our reservoirs. So that's another story for another time. But let's not touch there. Flavor, how you doing?
Really well. I'm doing all right. Thanks.
Yeah, well, we know you live in the interior of Jamaica, surrounded by the fauna and how I call it, flora and
Father.
fauna.
Yes.
Yes, that give
Yeah, man.
with the
All
river
green.
yeah,
All green.
with the river step. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah. I will venture to say that's the way to
Yeah, we know that.
go, my friend.
Yes, that's the way to go. Um,
Yeah,
just,
key, sir, and it's blue, green all over.
yes. All right, don't rub the team, but we're still part of Jamaica. We just want to
Oh
say
yeah.
hi to our listeners, near and far, and then June 6th, our borders are open for international travel, and there's a little bit of concern from my side because as the reopening economy, this is an opportunity to reach the tourism in Jamaica. And Jamaica opening its international border to leisure tourism. And one other thing that from my side, from I think the government should first of all, just like what happened in the 70s, should first of all push local tourism first. Use that as a template to see how the thing works. Before say take us to about September of this year. So at least we can iron out some of the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
Sufficient time to train our staff on the new method of serving effectively
True.
while protecting their own health and safety. For example, the engagement and managing tour visitors to have a great time by the pool and by the beach should have been mapped out by our locals. And so therefore we get a chance to see, what we can improve with and straighten out. For example, our beaches and rivers are open in Jamaica from 6 to 6. And there's stipulation that goes with it that there is no gathering of more than 10 persons, no chairs, no and no board game, nothing like that. And my situation that I'm concerned about it is that the same across the board because you're saying to the locals, go to the beach, have the gathering of 10 persons, no more than 10 persons. But do you say the same thing because of the tourist dollar? You can't tell them no tears on the beach and all of that. And so my thing is that we all know that the mighty tourism dollar, a high percentage of it is not paid in Jamaica. We know that.
Okay.
So it's down to the average person, no matter how persons are saying. Because, for example, many of the hotels now are going into their own transportation, meaning that they are now providing transportation. So the organizations or the groups that used to take tourism, that's out.
Wow.
Recently, the president of the Federation of Musicians is complaining that there are a lot of persons are coming into the island, musicians and performers,
Yeah.
that are now coming in. So the entertainment pie
Mm-hmm.
it, it's smaller for the local entertainers and musicians
Can
because a vast majority
can I
and
ask
we're
a
saying that
question, Teddy? Like for some, like you in that industry as well, entertainment field. Over the years, was there ever an agreement or a contract made with the musicians and the hoteliers them about local act being the first priority?
all right, what to tell something. There's a lot of things that have been split in the
Mm-hmm.
country. Just like for example, years ago, you start work with an organization and you know say, well, okay, fine, you're set for life and you have pension, they
Mm-hmm.
take care of welfare and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
What have happened? Same thing in the marketplace. The the script have been flipped.
Mm-hmm.
So no longer is a contract that's thrown to the door. What you're getting is the 2 year contract or the 1 year contract.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. So whether we should have this contract for the next 10 year, all of that have been done
Mm-hmm.
because of the argument that come about. It is a free market, and so therefore the the hotel have a right to bring in whoever they wish to perform at their hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But part of the tourism experience is supposed to be the indigenous culture of the people.
Exactly.
That's why you travel. You travel overseas
To see,
to participate
yeah.
in that country. So to bringing in somebody, for example, the Spanish hotel who is bringing in people from Spanish, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because what their argument is that many of the visitors don't understand the language and the culture and the rhythm. But that's why they come as tourists.
There you
The
go.
it have nothing to do with language.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, also the the hotel association they are complaining alongside the the attractions that many of the tour operators, global tour operators, have been owing them money,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to amicably resolve the issue. So it goes to show again that the tourist dollar don't trickle down because if the tour operators owing the attraction money in Jamaica and the hotel, that means a vast majority of the dollar is left outside of Jamaica. So if the tour, if they are now looking at their own transportation, they're looking at their own entertainment, they're owing money in terms of attraction, then we should then relook at the thing. That's how I said this is a chance to reset the tourism
Exactly.
button.
There you go. Because I don't mind with the transportation part. Them can work that out separately. But I'm talking like entertainment because I remember one year I was in Jamaica and I went to an event down in Ochi and the amount of tourists that were there and everybody wants to act like Jamaicans. You understand me? All tourists who
Yeah.
come from Europe want to act like Jamaicans because they come to see the Jamaica culture. And it was very disappointing the entertainment that was there. It was some foreign entertainers, so
Yeah.
I'm saying between the musician association and the hoteliers association, they got to sit down along with the minister
Oh,
of
yeah,
culture and work out something.
no, hear what happened. When we depend on the tourism dollars as 50% of the GDP of the country,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we afraid to sit down and renegotiate because our fear is, look at it. We fight to reopen the country for tourism,
Mm-hmm.
and others we're not fighting for. That's all my bone contention,
Yeah.
to start the micro and macro, small and medium-sized business. That is what I am saying. Fight to get your internal economy going and don't too depend because years ago, mining bauxite was the big or enough for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, look, we are no longer interested in your bauxite, and because of the levy and all of that, we move out and we're gone somewhere else. And then we fall on our face again. So
Mm-hmm.
we know on the mighty dollar fund tourism and remittance
True.
to hold up the economy. And I'm saying, if you, and I will continue to say, if you establish a Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, that's where the focus should be alongside your Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture, and Fisheries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, looking at even the whole issue of us opening today for the tourist dollar, there are some questions that need to be asked. Do we have enough tests for tourists when tests are not readily available for locals who want to test voluntarily?
Mm-hmm.
But 2 days that the test results to come in, do the tourists stay locked in their hotel room? Since the hotel workers are now working in a high risk environment, will they be paid additional hazard pay? If a worker gets sick, does that employee stay at the hotel until he or she recovers? If the worker take the COVID-19 disease to his or community
Mm-hmm.
and spread it, who stand the cost?
A
That
lot, a
would,
lot of questions to be answered.
has it been decided what level of infection shut down a hotel?
Mm-hmm.
So you see, yes, we want the tourism dollar,
But
but the point
but
is that
Teddy, before you reach that, will the hotel workers get the proper gear to work in?
yeah, I, but you see the thing about it, Flavor, let us look at something before we even talk about the proper gear. There is we call the bubble effect countries. Countries like Antigua, because for example, St. Kitts and Nevis said that they're not opening their country right now. Some of the Caribbean countries that have a low incident rate. Majority of our tourists come from North America, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are now experiencing a very high level of COVID-19. Over 2 million people and over 100,000 persons have died. The question is, when you look at it, even at a hotel, the experience is not to see somebody mask up and serving you a drink. Because the smile, the smile, the ambience, right? It's what, when you go to that bartender and he's chewing up the liquor in the ear and turning around and the tourists are all excited by it and everything. You want, when that man hand you a drink, you feel like it being handed to you sincere. You don't want to see somebody handing you in a gloves and behind a mask and have a protection suit and face. It doesn't look good.
That's true.
He- so yes, the protection gear is there, but what we're saying is let persons who are coming in know so well, but okay, fine. At the end, the I'm serving is protected or should say COVID free. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. To make sure that the persons are coming here to enjoy vacation. It's COVID free. So
Yeah, I agree completely.
so
Yeah,
with yeah, with today being the day that we move internationally, because here what the problem. We our hospital and economy will likely to suffer under a second wave of COVID-19 infection. I'm going to tell you that. I say this again. Our hospital and economy, because it's sure that there can be a spike. Because if you look at it, when we shut down the country recently, many of the persons were safe in Jamaica. Let's be honest. We get ours like everything else. We're import. And we see the numbers going up. And recently, what it has been saying that most of the cases that are fighting are persons coming in with it. And that's the reality. So we can't go on it. Our cases are increasing. And so therefore, if we open up widely and more people coming, we might have a second wave and our hospital and our economy cannot. So that's the reason why I would advocate push local tourism, use local tourism, just like what a former prime minister did years ago in the 70s. When people were not coming to the country, he said, Jamaicans start take your vacation. And so the thing is, use use the local tourists for us to iron out all the kinks. That's all.
Yep. Things need to change. Things need to change.
Yeah, man. We need to push the direction, the narrative. We need to change the narrative about this tourist dollar. We need to. Because you're going to tell me how much persons, over 4,000 persons are employed and trickle down effect and come on. We were damaging our environment. We're seeing other hotels at the beachfront. We're not doing anything about our sewage in terms of all. We're not doing anything about we're killing off the reef. It's many times the national people are saying of the things gone off that is killing the marine life.
Jamaica have a thing named classism, and it's just as bad as racism.
Yeah.
Just as bad as racism. So, since so many people worldwide are asked for changes, Jamaicans need to start to do the same thing. Because it really hurt me when you talk about the entertainment part in the tourist area, where Jamaicans who supposed to be the ones that provide majority of the entertainment. I'm not saying them forget 100%, but come on. At least we should have at least 70%, 80% of the entertainment on the North Coast and in East Coast should be Jamaican culture on display.
That is what happens when you open up the economy and tell a man say he must invest. Take for example, what is it that we have more international fast food company in Jamaica than local? Right? 2 major fast food companies we have in Jamaica is Islandwell and Mothers, and then there's other chicken. But the question is, the burgers, the Wendy's, the Pizza Hut, all of them. And what we're saying, again, the dollar does not stay in the country. And you're going to tell me that, okay, fine, it helps create employment, but it's just taking out my dollar. And so, therefore, my always argument is, push for local. You're going to tell me that, oh, yes, it's providing. It's just like, for example, oh, this person come up with a 1,000-bed room, and so therefore, more people will employ them. But the question is, it's not trickling down. It's not trickling down. Because you make sure you do an incentive program for the hotelers. So therefore, he is going to repatriate his dollar back to his own country. And then tax incentives.
Yeah, they must suck back out them the money where them earn. Them not keep all like there.
There you go.
You have to come in because the money is not even collected in Jamaica.
The what?
The money is not collected in Jamaica. The money is collected overseas.
That's the reason why
to survive. They send out here.
Okay.
So we're not getting any of it.
No, then that's the reason why the hotel and the attraction are complaining that the tour operators who organize these trips are not
Not
paying
to,
them.
yeah, yeah.
They collect and they put them on the plane and they come down here and they be picked up from the hotel and then take to these things. And at the end of the day, when my money there.
In the
Simple.
east, in the Eastern Caribbean, most of the hotels are locally owned. Most of them. But we love the investment. The big chains them come and them invest. Them invest, yes, they build up hotels and all that, but they also take back out all of the money.
But we're not only talking
And,
about it, we're talking about a damage to the environment. That's what we're saying. When you build these
yeah,
massive hotels, you understand what you look at in terms of sewage. If it is coming from the hotel, where does it go? Because many of them, they don't, a sewage plant is not erected to deal with the avalanche coming from the hotel. It has been said many times, many of these dump into the sea. And NEPA, the National Environmental Protection Agency, have come under fire with these things. It's a reality. When our reefs and our coral reefs and our beachfront have been damaged. So, yes, investment is nice and yes, everything. But man, it's like a Jamaican saying 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Mm-hmm. So one of the questions I want to ask, what can we do about it? What can we do about it as concerned citizen? What
No,
can we do
no, no,
about it?
no, it goes back to what we keep on saying, brethren, right? The policies is just like what is happening in North America.
Mm-hmm.
What we have to look at, we have to start campaign for policies of change,
Yeah.
legislation. These are some of the things that we have to say, look, yes, your dollars is coming in, yes, but we have to protect because at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
when the tourist is refuge here in Jamaica, it is on our land.
Mm-hmm.
He's not taking that. So even if you buy a present
Mm-hmm.
and stop the wrapping, it's part of our garbage.
Yeah.
When you use the bathroom, it is our problem. So what we are saying is that the COVID-19, gives us a chance to reset the tourism industry button.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still using the same old. We want to look good. We want to please backdrop. Right? We want to please backdrop because we're not sure.
I have a question to ask. Are there any hotel with casino gaming inside of it?
Yes.
So, do you know if they set up any protective measures to protect the dealer and the customer?
Hold on. Years ago, the church came out because they were fighting. They were wanting to set up casino in such a way that it will become the tourists who travel the world and do casino. So the church came out.
We seem to lost Teddy, so let's give you some music and we get back Teddy in a while. Yes, we are back with Teddy Laidley. As you were saying about implement the church and
No,
implement some stuff.
they were looking at to set up casino as part of the tourist landscape. So for persons who travel internationally and or gambling, and so the church came out and look out against it and all that. But there are quite a few hotels that are part of that. That is part of their attraction. Just like example here in Kingston, there's a lot of places that you can go and do casino, gambling.
Yeah.
Right. It's part of the licensing authority because they see it again as a way of generating income or or saying that they created employment. No, even that in itself, and we all know when it comes on to gambling, it is not skewed towards the person playing the game. It always was the person who create the game
the dealer.
Right. Now, no matter how
no matter how much you win, the dealer go win more than you.
right. It's just like just Detroit a bit where the licensing authority that grant license to gambling just fight out a proposal of having another betting and gaming competitor on the face of the thing, because they were saying that the economy can cater for another one. So there you go again.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying, for these for the COVID still going on, dealers and gamblers going to be around a table, whether it's blackjack or what you call it, poker, whatever it is. Does they have like a screen now set up in place so that the dealer is protected from the gambler in case a man sneeze or cough?
Well, like I said, that I can an opinion on, because as you rightly said, those things should take into consideration.
Yeah, before them open up and all them things there.
Yeah, so I don't know if all of that have been done, right? If many of the hotels put in sanitation ports, how you're going to deal with the distance when you pick them up from the airport and everybody have to be on the same bus. The mask when you come into the hotel. There's a lot of things. The government recently said with the beaches and the rafting opening up, person on the raft must be of the same family. It's not like I don't know this person and I join them on the raft and the raft captain must be 6 feet away. Him always 6 feet away. I'm there at the front.
Since you're talking, Teddy, I know that you're not the only one, because I have a friend in Jamaica who voiced some of the same ideas where you mentioned, and I asked him the question, you write a letter to these people, him say, boy, them not gonna look for my letter, my letter mean nothing to them. But there's no earway for him to use and voice it out loudly so the rest of Jamaicans can hear, and even if him do it, they're still not going to do anything. So it's like what them that say, something when I can't remember my grandmother that's a fall upon deaf ears.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now. In terms of one of the things in our past, them always said the loudest wheel. Where speak need aisle, right? Or there was a situation that anytime anybody start talk up, he's seen as a troublemaker. So you don't let us listen to what he has to say, but he's going to be that match that light the fire. He's an instigator. He's a troublemaker.
him come from the opposition or something like that.
There you go. You know, he's carrying the opposition agenda.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
No, but this is common sense because it's the same thing what we talked about a couple weeks ago about the lack of internet connection island wide in Jamaica, or it mostly condensed into the city of Kingston and maybe all of the other little municipal places in Jamaica. But it's
because
not,
what the companies are saying that it costs too much because of the terrain of the country, the hills and the valley. It costs too much, and we don't have the time to
BS that, man. I BS that. All of that are BS.
Yeah.
All of that are BS.
It's just like, for example, years ago when we used to have an antenna up on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No wire never come to it.
Mm-mm. All of that are BS because
and that now would have looked at what you call it archaic ideal technology. That is backward technology. Right?
But not the same system them used for spread the landline back in the days.
Here you go.
So it never cost a lot for spread landline back then too. This bullshit them attack, man.
But they never spread it a lot. It wasn't spread a lot.
What do you mean never spread a lot?
No.
Well, it can continue from off of that and even go further out.
Most of Jamaica never had landline and still don't. Believe it or not. And it has nothing to do with terrain.
All right, put it this way. It is like a man who have a glut of agricultural products in a particular area. Mm-hmm. And a man take a van, go in the area, pull up in van, right, and move it out and take it to the marketplace. Mm-hmm. Him sell it up and him make a money. And him go about in business. So here what now? The glut is still remain in the rural parish. He make a money. He never look money because what happened is that the availability of the product. So he know where, like, let us use Irish potato there. Mm-hmm. There's no Irish potato in the marketplace, but he knows where some is. And he goes and he fill up the van, come and he sell it for a high price, make a money. And the farmer is now feeding those remaining Irish potato to the pigs. Mm-hmm. If you're dead, tell you what, let me know. I know where some Irish potato. Let me know. Come into the city, sell it at a low price so more people can get Irish potato. When I finish that, I go back and help to remove the glut that the farmer has. Mm-hmm. And then everybody would have benefit. The farmer would at least sell off all them Irish potato. The marketplace, more people would have Irish potato because at least now it is affordable. But he comes into town and he sell it at a high price, and so very few people can make it and pay for it, and he make a profit. It's the same thing with some of the company in Jamaica. Take, for example, the same thing with the companies who are saying, oh, but it's expensive to do it. Mm-hmm. But if you do it, you would have more customers, you'd have more reach, you more have a efficiency service across the country.
I agree with you. More customer. Once you spread it, there will be more customers. So when them talk about
you make more money.
Yeah, because bullshit them attack. Because the more customer you have is the more money you're gonna make, and the more you can upgrade and maintain the facility.
All right. There you go. So
you know, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, Jamaica, to me at the time, the telecommunication system in Jamaica were way advanced than some countries.
Hold on. Let me just give a bit of update. AT&T copied our telephone network system And that's a fact. That is no hype.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back in the 90s and the late and the early 2000s, Jamaica telecommunication system was way advanced. And now Jamaica telecommunication system is going backward. Come on, man. From the time when I saw what they had in 2000 to now, I figure the whole island would have spread with cables or maybe fiber optic spread all through Jamaica. It's waste of time, man. It's waste of time.
It's called retooling, Franco. You're at a, but the technology you retool, upgrade, but never happened. Never happened. The same old system we're working on that we were working on then.
And
it just cannot
and it's the same
I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a story. Years ago, I at a seminar, and there were and what I'm about to say is not liable. It's not. I can call the company name. I can call the person who said because it is not liable. Years ago, Jamaican, the average Jamaican, when they're mixing their carrot juice and all of that, you have to have a thin cutter.
Yeah.
To open it, and then it was one standard size, one big carrot juice tin. In coming various sizes. One of the man, I think his name was Ivan right? Say to Grace Kennedy, retool and create what I call a pop-up tin and also reduce the can. Because a lot of persons who might not want to use the entire juice, but because they come in one size, you have to use it. If they come in various sizes, then you can accordingly. And also in terms of making it easy for a kid to open. So you have the flip up thing. So you just push a finger in it and pop up. Use the opportunity now to retool, remarket everything. It is years after they start doing it. When the other competitors came in and saw what was happening and take advantage of it, and they know. So a lot of companies do not have sight and vision. And now you walk inside and you can get a tin of butter bean, tip up tin of the sausage, tip up tin and then
everything is tip up tin now.
Yeah. And this person was saying to the company years ago, because I remember I was in that meeting, retool. Right? Because the market is going to change. We don't. And that is the problem we have in this country. Yesterday in the newspaper, a teacher complained about the J1 visa program where they take teachers and put inside the North American school, and many of them are complaining about the conditions, the benefits they are not being granted, and all of that. And the sponsors benefit, and they don't care about them. And what do? We don't do nothing because we don't want to upset certain people. You understand? It's just like, for example, 100 and odd of our farmers gone now to the United States to pick crop. Right? Again, the question is asked, why did we allow so many of our workers to be entering into the United States when it have a high rate of COVID-19? I will tell them, but they need the money and they have to take care of the family. Why don't you then put more money? The $25 billion where you give people up $10,000 each. Why did you not put that into agriculture? Why did you not put that into micro and medium-sized business? You're going to give away $25 billion?
But how much
And
of
then,
that?
and
How
then
much of that
it,
money?
it,
How much of that money went into small business?
that's the point I am saying, that you give it away on the premises that it is compassionate brand. And I am saying, if you are able to set up something for those people which is sustainable, that's one of our contention. Stop give a man a fish, teach him how to fish. So
Exactly.
that's my one of contention. That money that you give away, you could have turned it in the economy and turned around the thing. That's all I'm saying. Because those persons wasn't expecting the money. They didn't even know someone ever give it. So my thing is, use it the betterment of the person. So the farmer out in the country who have a glut because the road is bad and him cannot get the produce from his farm to the marketplace, fix the road. You see, the school that I'm having problems for my child, you know, and the community help with the school. That's all.
We have people with brilliant minds, but they are not being listened to. And that's the
No,
problem.
you, you call it political experience, Virgin. If they do the right thing, they become non-existent.
That's
It's
true.
simple. It's simple. They wouldn't be relevant.
So today the place open up now. So tomorrow, between tonight to tomorrow, we know what went down.
Yeah, well, we'll be out on the news.
We know. Because I know people looking, you have independent journalists looking around, checking out things. Because yesterday a lot of people was on the beach, I heard. People gathering on
Yeah,
the beach, jam pack.
yeah, because the point is that they're not supposed to be more than 10% in terms of family. They're not supposed to be no tears unless you bring it. But I hope you do the same thing to others too,
I hope
because
so.
you, you can't keep on doing one thing for one set of people, and then you don't respect your native people. That's probably my bone of contention. You don't respect your native, but you do everything in place for that foreign dollar, and that foreign dollar come with a lot of issues. That is my bone of contention. You see, you do everything. You'd have sacrificed me. You'd have locked me up for tourist harassment, right? Oh, please don't harass the tourists, right? And you don't look about my welfare. You don't put in social program in place. So therefore, I don't need to harass the tourists because social program and job security and job availability is there. So therefore, I don't need to harass the tourists because I have a job. I want to go to work.
And that's one of the reasons why I asked about the casino part of Jamaica. Because measures are taken in the US and other part of the world for casino dealers with customers or gamblers, whatever you call them, to make sure that these people are protected. So that's why I asked if that is in place in the hotels in Jamaica.
And we don't know about that. We don't hear about that. We have hoped so.
I'm going to find out.
For
I have a couple people work in the hotel industry down there, so I'll find out.
Yeah.
By now on Wednesday, I will give you the update on it.
As far as the entertainment workers go, I remember one time when the North Coast was, I knew so many musicians who were working North Coast on a regular weekly basis.
Some of the greatest entertainers them work on the North Coast before them travel out of Jamaica. And that's why I asked the
But
Yes.
questions.
come on, we have the currents, we have
And
the
now,
AJ Brown, we
All of
have
them,
the
yeah.
Georgia Henry.
yeah,
There are a lot of Jamaican, that's where they cut their teeth. A lot of band also cut their teeth there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yes. So
I had some people who was moving anywhere. They just enjoy that and then make a good and them just stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you, all of the people out of work now,
And
just
that's
tell don't
and
hire them.
and that's why I think the Jamaica music, musicians, them whatever them names should make them voice be heard, and not only make them voice be heard, but put pressure upon the government and the
no.
hoteliers them. Yes, you have to do
Hold
something.
on, hold on. Slow down, my brother. Slow down. They have made that attempt, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they were being told, it's simple. It's a free and an open economy. And so, therefore, if I own the hotel and I want to bring in person from overseas, it's my choice,
Mm-hmm.
right? There is no policy, there is no agreement because what happened. This is what I keep on saying. You don't want to frighten of hotels, so therefore you don't chase wins and fancy. That's it. Because he's going to remind you how much money I'm bringing into the country.
The
So
people
why
them
should
are, the people them have to rise up. It's time. Them have to rise up and make their voice be heard publicly now. You understand me? It's time. Come on, it's time for a change. It cannot be like that. Because
Virgin?
eventually, guess what? There'll be no more jobs on the North Coast for Jamaicans.
No,
They
there's
might
none
start,
No,
now.
but
they're going to start
No,
there is
bringing them
no.
workers them.
No, there's
no,
none
but
now.
You see it?
there is none.
No, man, the people them have to rise up. Them have to rise up.
The government can use them strength and negotiate
Them
properly
have,
because
they have powers can do it. Them have powers. You can't tell me say hotels have all of the talk.
no.
And you
But
never.
Franco, if you want to bring in 10 people
Mm-hmm.
a week or whatever, those 10 people have to get a work permit,
Mm-hmm.
All the
Virgin,
government have to decide how many work permit they would allow.
Exactly. So we're not issuing more than 3 work permit and 7
Yeah,
go to the Jamaican.
yeah.
Simple as that. You have to
no. What?
we have to have the majority. We have to have 70 to 80% entertainment. That is Jamaica and the
No,
tourists.
Franco, what you must bear in mind is that when I am putting up my hotel,
Mm-hmm.
I also bring in my employees.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, that's where it comes under. So it's not separated.
So that means we give a Jamaica already then.
Yes,
Hold on, wait,
yes.
Franco.
We give a Jamaica. No left there for we get for Jamaica and Wolampan.
Not
Hold
really.
on. All right. Let me tell you something, Franco, and this is what I keep on saying. They either believe me or don't believe me, or they say whatever. Stupid. I always tell people, crime have its benefits.
Mm.
And people saying to me, why would you start taking that step? It's simple. If certain communities, inner city communities, if crime wasn't plaguing them, it would have gone already.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good real estate, meaning certain infrastructure is in there, road, water, light, sewage is already there. So therefore, it don't take nothing for me to push you out.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah, man.
Because if they own and they take up other sections, what would then prevent them from going into certain community and turn it into a gated community?
Nothing. Because it have
There you go.
everything what them want already in place. All them have to just push down the house them.
There you go. Remember what happened in the States, in certain places like Harlem and everything?
Mm-hmm.
they allow the community to run down, and then now they come and offer you little or nothing for the land, and then and put up expensive apartments which you can't afford.
Them do it right here in Miami, right downtown in Miami. Them do the same thing, and now if you see it, it populated by tourists. And when I said tourists, people from all over Europe and South America set up condos, and them call it Winwood, and them want to call it all kind of name now. The same thing. Them make it run down before them tear it down.
There you go. So that's why they say crime have a certain benefit, because when Digicel move office from the golden triangle, as they call it, which is the investment section of the country, and they went downtown to be the head office. I can tell you this: all of a sudden, the forces start driving and everybody going downtown, and properties that was by landlords for years, all of a sudden, landlord appear and people now own land because persons want land to buy. And so a vast majority of properties downtown, you can't buy it now. So the price gone.
And I remember before Digicel came there, it was a parking lot where full of cars every day, you know. So when Digicel set up them building there, I used to ask people, where the rest of cars them park? Because we never usually have parking space more time. Just imagine.
Grace Kennedy put their office downtown. The new office of Minister of Foreign Affairs downtown. And then the landscape of Jamaica start look high-rise now. You know, years ago, when the plane was coming into Kingston, the harbor, it was the Jamaica building that was towering, and then there was a building that everybody still called the Air Jamaica building because the sign is still there.
Still there, yeah.
So you'd have the Bank of Jamaica and that building, and then you'd have also the government offices downtown, the towers downtown. Now, you build all of these government offices, like in the 80s, you'd have the Ministry of Youth and Community Development down there, you'd have security and everything, and you move out all of that and then went uptown to pay exorbitant amounts of rent. And these property was owned by UDC, building put UDC, which is a part of the government, and you move out the ministry to go uptown to pay exorbitant amounts of rent. Right? Those are some of the concerns. Those are some of the things that the populace should be talking about and ask for accountability. How can you own it? You are the landlord. Are you going somewhere else to pay rent?
So hold on. Even UDC moved to?
No.
Oh,
what
UDC
I'm saying,
okay. No, I know the building you're talking about, and I used to work on that building, so I know the building what you're talking about. That's why I asked if UDC move as well, because that's their building.
Right. And you're going uptown, and nobody can give account of why that was done. And then all of a sudden now everybody is heading back downtown, and so the property, the price of the property, and the Kingston renovation and development is now taking place. Right? So it's
crazy, man. Crazy.
And so when
I remember when Arbor Street was the street. Paul's 104 and the likes, Air Jamaica, all of these places.
Well, Flavors, remember that Duke
and we just
remember Duke Street was the mayor street, you know. You know?
Yeah.
It's good to know that Francis still remain on Duke Street.
Yeah, Duke Street was one big chamber. Every door you go is a big lawyer upon Duke Street from bottom to top.
Myers Fletcher's and Garden used to be on Duke Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now on East Street. It's now on East Street and Tower Street corner.
Okay.
But like I said, a lot of the companies still there, and many of the traditional companies, because one of them is Victoria Metals, still on Duke Street.
I need to ask you a question, Teddy, because they made this bus transportation station somewhere off. Is it Marcus Garvey Drive?
Yeah.
Near. It's downtown, pretty much downtown. And for what I'm told, it's called the White Elephant. Is it occupied now?
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody used it.
Somebody should have been brought. Somebody should have been brought and give account how the money was spent and why it was spent. And so here it is. It is downtown. You have to work with logistics. The bulk of the people, where are they? Everybody surrounded in parade. Why is it that you're going to go 3 miles down the road or 4 miles down the road to move people?
But you want to hear the joke? You want to hear the joke behind it, right? And for years, I know that's how people used to move. They used to come on Harbour Street and wait on the bus coming from Portmore or anywhere off Marcus Garvey Drive going downtown, and they would catch it right there, going in parade and come back. So they was suggesting back in my time, to build a bus terminus, and it never come to pass until in the early 2000s they start make that terminus. And the reason being
the hub, the transportation hub, is in the center of, right? With downtown there at Parade.
Yeah, but people used to come down there so if catch the bus, to go back into Parade so them can get a seat.
Hold on. The reason for that, Franco, again, we're talking about a logistic and unplanned. Because in those days, the bus service of today was not the same thing yesterday. So what was happening, Franco, and it was simple. There were few buses for a mass, because remember, in those, the development of Portmore were taking place. And what was happening, Franco, and common sense, you're building these houses, but not building the infrastructure and the amenities for it. And transportation is part of that. That's the point I'm making. So you're building these houses, you are not looking at the plan logistic of how do you move commuters. And so that's the reason why persons were then heading down to Harbour Street to take the bus to go back into Parade, to back on the same road, because it wasn't planned. That's the point. So it's just like, for example, Portmore. Portmore become a vast land, because remember, Portmore was part of the plains of sugar cane, and it's also swampland.
Yeah.
Right?
It was one of the biggest swampland. One of the biggest swampland we know about in a said catch.
So you drain it. You don't build proper foundations, because it is the slab houses that they put up. So that's where, in the event of a massive tornado, hurricane, or tsunami, that whole place, because it's not firm soil, it's below sea level. That's the reason why when we have a storm surge, the whole of the road is filled with seawater. Because it's below sea level.
True.
And so therefore, things like Portmore is yet to be given a hospital.
Oh, man.
That's the bottom line.
Not
There's
to
no
mention
proper.
that. Them don't have no hospital there, so.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You're talking about an extension of the corporate era, where the population of Portmore is equal to the population of Kingston, because Kingston and Portmore now join as one, although it's in the St. Catherine region. So all I'm saying here is that when you are planning it, because you allow a developer to swindle an idea, and you as a government forfeit the responsibility to provide proper housing for your people. You make a developer said, okay, fine, I will do it at a cost. It's going to be nothing to you. And at the end of the day, they just drop down the houses, nothing to protect. That's why Portmore houses are hot. No trees, no proper road, no proper, nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, man.
So this is the second largest housing development in the Caribbean,
Yep.
right? And all the amenities that should have put in, it is now that people are fighting to put it in. So you have a community that, for example, if there is a hurricane, you don't have a proper shelter. So we still look at the schools,
to
pockets of
mention that.
satellite school. We don't have a place designed can hold a vast amount of persons. We can. So we weren't thinking. They weren't thinking. They weren't looking about those things. And they weren't interested. They weren't. As far as I see, people
do we have any stockpile in Jamaica?
Of what?
Medical supply. Stockpile of medical supplies. Do we have stockpiles of medical supplies?
Franco, you just folks in the wheel right now. Why would you want to do that now, Franco?
No, I'm asking because any disaster coming at Jamaica, then we got millions of people are dead. Because
all right, Franco, we don't even have a public morgue. The public morgue was closed down many years ago. We don't.
Hold on. The one where used to be down at the bottom, what you call it, behind railway.
The one there within next door to
Slaughterhouse. Them close it?
Which you call the abattoir. A person, right?
Whoa.
That's what we're talking about. We do not. And if COVID did hit us, we might have to put in a refrigerator morgue someplace to just keep the body.
Franco, let me give you this. When my mother died, right? She died in public, right? When I went down there to deal with her remains. You know the first thing that I got?
The first thing what?
The first thing I got was a bill.
A bill for what?
A bill. Because they put the bodies now at private funeral homes.
Oh, like a Madden or a Browns, but right in the area.
And they charge you, yes.
For storage.
And you know the hospital used to have them own.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
everything on farm
There's
out.
no public.
Everything have been farm out.
Everything, yeah.
They used to have They used to have them own morgue in the back of the hospital there.
No, it's still there.
Yeah.
No. Don't get it twisted. It's still there. Let's say it is still there. But what we're saying, Franco, is that
almost people can hold.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Because the morgue at the back of the hospital is supposed to be temporary. It means the patient move from the hospital bed to the morgue, and then you're supposed to take it from the morgue to the private funeral home. What we are saying here, Franco, is that as a country and as a city, we should then have a public morgue. Because the other problem we are having, Franco, is that autopsy is taking too long. Right? So the difference is we don't have enough pathologists, and then we don't have a public morgue to hold at least, for example, 200 or 300 people. So if we have a national disaster like what happened in Bahamas, we have to bury over 50 people one time, 500 people one time or whatever. We can't. We have not to store. That's the point. So things that we should be concentrating on the health of this society, we're not concentrating on that. We're fighting over more expansion of cemeteries. We should get to a point now that we stop talking about cemeteries and put a mandatory thing that we're talking about cremation.
Expansion of
And so therefore
cemetery.
use the cemetery as agricultural land. So therefore we can feed our people and keep down food prices. That's what we should be doing. Too many people are dying and so many diseases are going and it's affecting our underground water table and our soil. Burn, full stop. That's what happened. When we have, it has been said many a time, when we have natural disaster like hurricane, many of the cemeteries are flooded. There were cases during Gilbert and during many hurricanes. People who were buried last week were seen floating. This is not a joke. This is a real thing.
That's why I remember last year when I came to Jamaica, when I was leaving to Jamaica, a friend of mine said to me, "You're afraid." I'm afraid for what? I said, "Boy, I'm afraid for go Jamaica right now, you know." I said, "Boy, I'm not afraid." The man said, "No, I'm not the violence I'm afraid for, you know. I'm afraid me go down there and get sick and dead." Yeah. I said, "Boy, I even not think about it, you know." The man said, "Boy, I have to think about it because there's not a proper hospital right now where we can keep you, forget you better, so that you can leave and come back."
No, with all fairness, Franco, we're not hitting the health system. Compared to 30 years ago, in Jamaica, the health system has improved. And the reason for that, Franco, there's a lot of persons who in the medical field who have done well overseas and saw the need for certain medical amenities and come back in Jamaica and set up facilities. The point I'm saying here, these are private persons who set up for diagnosis of different illness. Okay, that's fine. But what we are saying, Franco, is that it shouldn't be that the private sector take the lead. It should have been the government because the government can get international finances and grants and loans to improve the healthcare. And then the private becomes secondary. I should not have to go to a private hospital to do a dialysis. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It should have been that all major hospitals across the country.
And that's what that's what my friend was saying. Jamaica don't equip with enough hospital. No. No hospital right now.
No. Listen what I just said to you, Franco. We are equipped. Don't get it wrong. We are equipped, Franco, with some of the best modern technology for health. The problem we are having, Franco, like two things. Just like the bank, we have a high percentage of people who are unbankable. And so therefore they don't have a bank account. What we are saying here, Franco, there are high percentage of persons who do not have health insurance in this country because they no longer, the companies in which they work for do not do the combined health facilities because they put you on a contract. That's what we're saying. So years ago, when you were working with a company, the company and yourself or the company would have paid health insurance. That have been thrown through the door. You are now responsible for your health. So what it boils down to, Franco, is that once you have money, you have proper health. And
that I know that from I've been there too.
So let us not knock what we are saying. We have the facilities because right now I'm
talking about the public hospitals, them, you know.
That's what I am saying. The public hospitals should have taken the lead for superb health care. That's what we are saying. Because donor countries, you can get grants. The government should be, when you're getting help from overseas, that's what you should have asked your overseas donors for. Help with the health sector of the country. So, as I said early on, put in proper dialysis machine, diagnosis machine, and all that. So, the private sector should not be the first go to. We are saying the public hospital should be the first go to, and if you can afford it, then you go. What we're also saying, upgrade the clinics, upgrade them to type 5 clinics in the communities. So therefore, take the strain of the health facility, have longer opening hours for the health centers. So you do shift and you go up to 10 o'clock in the night. So instead of something happen to me domestically at home and I have to try and jump in a taxi to get to the public hospital, I should be able to go to my health center, which is close by me because it's still open. That's what we're saying. Upgrade the health centers to type 5. Type 5 meaning you can do a minor operation. So you have antenatal, postnatal, you have psychology, you have everything there. This should be the training ground for your doctors. So when your doctors are doing their interns, they should be doing it at the health centers. So therefore, the health center open 24 hours just like an hospital. We know it. Not many people are going to pass through the night. But here, what happens when you have it open at 24 hours? You don't have the mass crowd in the morning. Because what it means if I know it's open 24 hours, I can go there anytime. When you have a door that is being locked and then open by 7 o'clock, then there's a massive crowd out there by 7 o'clock. By 9:30, many people don't get you. So what we're saying...
Let me tell you a simpler problem, Teddy.
Huh?
Would you believe that most health centers would have one telephone line if they have any at all?
But this is where the for example, the flow and the digital would come in. This is where the flow and the digital come in, where the health centers everybody now have cell phone, and so therefore you should have several, you should have several cell phone in the clinic. You shouldn't be relying on the landline.
That's it.
So these are things that we're talking about. Get the health center moving and open longer hours. So therefore, it means if I go to work and I come home and I'm not feeling well, at 9 o'clock I suppose I can go to the health center. That's what we're saying. If I don't have the money, I suppose I can go to the health center. I shouldn't be fighting to go down to KPH and then stay down there for the whole night, or going to the university and spending the whole night there. We constantly talk on the program about common sense, and like I said, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's just not happening. Some simple little thing to resolve our many issues. We're not sitting at the table and talk because we constantly hear the them and us. Them having problem, not us.
Teddy. Somebody in the chat room just said that is good, but lots of first world countries don't have those facilities. Also, there isn't enough people paying taxes to pay these workers. I guess they're referring to the clinics, the late night clinics, 24 hours and things like that.
I don't agree.
Notice what I've said? I've said there, especially, we don't have a shortage of doctors in Jamaica, just like lawyers, And what I am saying here is that why is it that we are taking our nurses and doctors and they're gone overseas? And so we're not short of nurses and doctors. So the point I am saying here, that's become part of the intern training. Put them there. So instead of flooding all of the doctors down at KPH, and everybody walk up and down and have nothing doing, and you sit down there and 3 or 4 doctors pass you, send them to the health center. All right, in terms of taxes, why not everybody paying taxes? It's simple. Because we screw the taxes towards certain people. You know what I mean? It's just like everything else. The high percentage of certain people don't get away tax free.
Okay.
The people look at it.
But Franco, hold on, tell you. This, I totally disagree with what the person said, because taxes is no longer dependent on PAYE. We have consumption tax. So every time you consume, you pay tax. So everybody is paying tax. If the government don't want the merchants to pay it over to them, that's their problem. But when you buy anything, you buy a bulla. If you buy a bulla, you pay tax on it. If you buy ice cream, you pay tax on it. Everybody is paying tax.
In Jamaica, we don't pay tax on certain food up here.
No, there's certain item. There's certain items that is not taxable. But the point you're saying is that if you collect a vast majority of your consumption taxes, the GCT, and you have a problem in getting that from the merchants, that needs to be addressed. That's what we're saying. Well, it needs to be addressed.
Uncle Sam the Ram when it come to him taxes.
Good. So what we're saying,
we need to be the same.
Right.
But let me tell you. Let me make a point. Tell you. I think the bottom line is, I think the bottom line is our parameters. What do we want and what are we aiming at? I think we are aiming at the wrong things. I think we are aiming at what they call economic development and all that. What we must aim at is to eradicate poverty, because Jamaica is a poverty-stricken country. More than 50% of people in Jamaica living from hand to mouth. That we have to change. And the only way we can change that is to sell. Jamaica must be creating stuff to sell. It can't be that the remittance is a second line item on your budget.
And tourism are number one.
There you go.
It can't be them two things there.
At the top.
That's what we are saying.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have to eradicate. I mean, we still have a lot of communities living behind zinc fence.
So as I keep
Hold on, Franco.
Keep going.
I was doing that thing with SDC a few years ago, and I looked and I researched and I found an article that was written in the Gleaner about Anato Bay. And when I went to the meeting and read the article, everybody was identifying what I was reading with how Anato Bay is now. That article was written 50 years before. So we have made no improvement. Same zinc fence and same thing, same dirty walls, same narrow road. Everything is the same. We are not. I mean, if you look at the whole West Kingston, even East Kingston, in a lesser way, it hasn't changed for 50 years.
And decades, every decade, they should have seen improvement in our community.
Well, I agree with your flavors. There are several communities that you pass and you go, say, for example, you spend 10 years overseas and you come back. Are you
It should
looking at the
it
community?
should
Nothing
look
has changed.
yeah, it should look different. That's why I said every 10 years you should a community should improve, upgrade every 10 years. It give you
There
10
are
years.
several.
But look, a town like Anata Bay, which is a huge place, a vital place, because the amount of that of smaller villages that come down there every day to go to elsewhere to buy stuff, pharmacy and whatever. It should look a lot more accommodating than it is now. A lot more, and that's just one little town. You have a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
And
The traffic management,
oh yeah,
town planning, a lot of these are not put in place, and that's what we are having a problem about. We're looking at
Teddy,
expansion now.
Teddy, let me ask you a question. How many parish councils in Jamaica you think have a planner? As far as I know, maybe KCMC alone.
Yeah.
When I went there one time to ask about a job like that, and them say they would love to have a planner, but central government not giving them the money to pay for it.
No. Hold on, favors. But yet you collect. You have multiple source of income, and you put it towards your consolidatory fund. That's we are having a problem,
Yes, of course.
All right, give you example. Any event that you're putting on, you have to get a permit from the parish council
And pay.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
pay.
Recently, recently, the Kingston and St. Andrew Management Committee, KSAMC, boasts how many millions of dollars they get from the entertainment license. All right. My argument is, how much of this do you give back to the entertainment industry? For example, in Germany, the city council, once you're putting on an annual event, you get a grant from the city. You understand? You get a grant from the city.
Because you bring in tourism, you bring in money. Of course.
I approach the council months ago, and I have it documented. I said, let us employ entertainment compliance officers. Because if I'm going to put on an event, the officer is supposed to be the one that goes to the venue to make sure that everything is in compliance before the license is granted. Out of that license fee, you can pay your compliance officer. If the compliance officer said that the venue is not suitable, the show is not going to go on. So therefore, it eliminates corruption. The other thing is, take away the police from being the one who is saying that they can turn off and the music being played under the noise abatement law. The reason why I say take it away from the police, many times it has been said that once set of police come and the promoter, and let us be real, pay off the police and the party continue. Right?
Yeah.
Then the next set come. What we are saying, the council has what you call There's some officer they wear blue. They call Metropolitan Police.
Yeah,
Metro
Metro, yeah.
Police, Metro Police.
Who are, who are also district constable.
Gentlemen, we have 5 minutes to go.
Yeah. So all I'm saying here, we have the solution for the problem, Franco. Let us implement it. There are a lot of stuff that are being researched and people put proposals together and it are being gathered in dust, Franco. So it's not a situation that we don't know the solution to the problem. You understand? We know the solution for the problem. Let us implement it. That's as simple as that. That is my common sense on the thing. Implement what we have studied and what we have researched.
True. I don't know them. Everybody asleep in the whole government job. I'm definitely
No,
asleep.
because it's job security, and after that, I getting my pension. So why should I?
Absolutely.
Why should I upset the? Why should I upset the applicant?
You lick the nail on the head. Job security. No man no want talk. Him no want losing pension.
There you go.
But things have to make a change. Definitely have to make a change. You know.
Well, let us hope it made a change within our lifetime, Bertie.
Yeah, it have to make a change. So, Teddy, we thank you for taking time out again out of your busy schedule.
Oh, man, it's always a pleasure. I look forward to it every Friday. I have a Monday morning, and if my opinion can make a difference, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure, Teddy.
All right, cool then.
Yeah, man. Bless. Enjoy the day.
Okay, boss.
Yeah, good.
Yes, Flavius.
Yes, sir.
So it's you and me. We're on schedule. We're on schedule. Because if you notice, we're trying to make sure that we finish up as best as possible so that viewers who want to review it can spend time viewing it, because that helps us to build up our hours. So you wanna tell our listeners who's coming in tomorrow?
Oh yes.
Before we wrap up here, the flyer is already out to as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, listeners. Yes, listeners. Tomorrow we'll be having. Oh, let me just start here. That the Charlestown Maroon Council and the Charlestown Maroons, they normally have their annual conference and festival around this time each year. But because of the COVID-19 crisis, where we can't have large crowds, because the conference is usually well attended with large crowds on each day of the conference. So they have postponed the conference for 2020 and move it to 2021. Hopefully, we should be all right then. But because part of the conference is actually the ancestors, they have decided to have a one-day. Kwawu was the main ancestor, Captain Kwawu, the invisible hunter, who signed the peace treaty with the British some long time ago, 100 years before emancipation. They were free with their land to do what they wanted. So every year on the 23rd of June, Charlestown celebrate Captain Kwawu. This year, they decided that they should not celebrate it. So they're having a one-day, on the 23rd, a one-day festival celebration of the ancestors, dubbed Ancestor Kwawu Day celebration. But because we have the limit of crowds and all that, this will be a virtual festival and celebration. and you can watch live on YouTube and Facebook on the 23rd, starting at 9 a.m. Jamaican time. So you can work out your time wherever you are. So 9 o'clock on Tuesday, next Tuesday, 23rd of June, 2020. And it will be carried live on YouTube and Facebook. Tomorrow morning now, to tell us all about the day, will be the acting Colonel Marcia Douglas and committee member Dr. Marcus Goff. And they will be with us to chat with us for the duration tomorrow. So give a listen, please give a listen, and you will hear about the day, and you might hear about the Charleston Maroons in general. So they are coming on to chat with us tomorrow.
True. Well, we got to wrap it up now.
Yeah, man.
So, my listeners, you heard Flavius just mention our guest tomorrow. So, I also want, for those of you who are tuning in on Friday, to remind you that the continuation of Miss Audrey Hall chat session will be on Friday as well. Yeah, we finish it up on Friday because a lot of people have been texting me, asking me, why did I finish so quick? Well, we have a time span and we have to do a program within that. So until next time, take care of yourself, your loved one. Always remember that prayer do changes things. Regardless what religion you belong to, continue praying. So this is Franco.
Yeah, and this is Flavius saying most countries are opening up today, but Corona is still here. So be safe, be safe. Follow the protocols, keep your distance, and wear your mask. Until tomorrow.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel I like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, yeah.
unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.